Hello, one and all. Welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Monday to you. Hope you've had a smashing weekend. Let's get straight on with the price action analysis. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. Now, this is the mighty Bitcoin, as always. And today's been an interesting day. No surprise with the inauguration for the second time of President Trump in the USA. So there's been some fair volatility for Bitcoin. Now, this is a daily chart, which doesn't really show it off very well. So just for entertainment purposes, jump down to a 15-minute time frame. And you can see, probably even better if I take off the Bollinger Band, that is some volatile price action. Sell, buy, sell, buy. So yeah, ultimately, when you take the volatility out, it's not been much of a change in price. But I thought it was interesting to see the craziness that can occur in Bitcoin just in a day. In fact, in 12 hours, down, up, and back down. Now, for the more, should I say serious? I don't particularly think I'm all that serious, or maybe I do come across quite serious. If I do, I don't mean to really. But I'm going to start with the weekly and work down because, of course, it's a Monday, so we need to see the weekly time frame. You can see, just zooming out from time to time, it's always good to check out the logarithmic progression to the upside that Bitcoin has done since its conception, or 15 years ago now. And yeah, looks good. So more to the point of this bull run, starting all the way back down here, chugging on the Bollinger Bands, and you can see. So last week was indeed a bullish engulfing. So it opened below the previous close, and it closed below the previous open. All that means is a bullish engulfing. And then, well, the week is young so far, but it's green at the moment. So looking like some continuation. Still well above the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, although there hasn't been, the weekly volatility expansion yet. So, so yeah, not quite there yet on a weekly time frame for more upside price action, but looking good. Jumping down to the daily, it's still sideways. So you can see that Friday, when I did my last video, was trying for some volatility expansion, but Bitcoin's gone sideways since then, and it's still within this range with the current all-time high. Well, it did make a slightly higher high, but that might have just been on this exchange. It might be different on others, but effectively for closures, the current all-time high is still here on daily closures at 106.5. So it's still in a consolidation range, but it's starting to look like it may break out, but not today because there are only 4 hours left, and I seriously doubt, I might be wrong, but I seriously doubt that this is going to look too much different in 4 hours' time. Maybe tomorrow, though, or maybe into the last week of January, beginning of February. We'll see. Only time will tell. What I do want to see, though, is Bitcoin remaining in the top half of its Bollinger Band, and the midpoint at the moment is 98. So I want to see Bitcoin really on a daily time frame close above 98. That just means that when volatility expansion does occur, it's more likely to be to the upside. From a momentum point of view, it's definitely still to the upside, and it'll continue to rise as long as Bitcoin is closing dailies above 100,500. So, that's fine. It's kind of around today's closure and today's open. So yeah, looking good for more upside on the daily. Let's have a look at a 4 hour. 4 hours is going to reflect that volatility that happened throughout the day. So you can see there was a move down, nice double bottom, and a move back up. So, oh no, that wasn't today. That was last week. This was today. down to the bottom of the Bollinger Band, up to the top, down to the bottom, and it's settled in the middle. So yeah, um, really quite amusing price action. Now, this is clearly just sideways price action on the 4-hour time frame. What I would like to see, having said that, or wouldn't want to see too many of, are 4-hour closures below the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, which is a 104.5. Because the longer that price lives down here, if and when 4-hour volatility expands, if it's below the midpoint, it would more likely be moved to the downside, bearing in mind what I said about 90, what was it on the daily? Goldfish memory. 90, call it 98. So I don't want to see daily closure below 98. And, you know, that would you could, sorry, let me get my words. Let me get some words. Let me get some words organized within my brain. So 98 is kind of around this price action here, which definitely is support resistance area. So yeah, maybe another move back down to around about 100,000. On this 4-hour time frame, wouldn't really change very much. But I'd like to see a bounce from there, and then ideally get back above 104 to keep it within the top half of the Bollinger Band. You can see from a momentum point of view that it's living above the zero line on the MACD here, but it is waning a bit. And yeah, you could say this is bearish divergence because it kind of is, but a lot of times when in a strong market that's trending, you get MACD bearish divergence that ultimately is just a cooling off of momentum before continuation in the same direction, so continuation of the uptrend. But that is yet to be confirmed. You can see it will continue to fall from a momentum point of view as long as Bitcoin's closing 4 hours below 106. So yeah, first line in the sand, reclaim the midpoint of the Bollinger Band on the 4 hour, which is 104 and change, and then that would set it up nicely for the next move to the upside. And the counterpoint is also true. The longer it stays below that 104.5 on the 4 hour, the more likely that another downside move may occur. I don't really want to see it breach 100, and I definitely don't want to see it breach 97 on the daily. So there we are. Right, that's the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.